I wasn't supposed to survive. I never should have survived that night. It was supposed to be a fun road trip, just me and my best friend, Kyle. We were driving through a long stretch of nothing, somewhere deep in the mountains when the storm hit. Sheets of rain pounded the windshield, making it impossible to see. "Dude, we need to pull over," Kyle muttered, squinting at the road ahead. I nodded. There was no way we were making it through this. That's when we saw it, an old flickering neon sign up ahead. Pinewood Motel. It looked abandoned, the kind of place where people go missing in horror movies. But we had no choice. The guy at the front desk was off. Skinny, pale, with sunken eyes that didn't blink enough. His name tag read Gary. "You boys just passing through?" he asked, staring too long. Kyle forced a smile. "Yeah, just need a place to crash." Gary slid us a key. "Room 6, stay inside. Don't answer the door for anyone." We laughed nervously, but as soon as we stepped outside, I saw it. The motel only had 5 rooms. Room 6 didn't exist. We exchanged looks, but we were too tired to question it. Inside, the room was wrong. The walls were slightly too narrow, the ceiling too low. The furniture looked decades old, but the bed was made like someone had just slept in it. At 2:13 a.m., the knocking started. 2 slow knocks. Then silence. Kyle sat up. "Did you hear that?" I nodded, heart pounding. "Knock, knock." I reached for my phone. No signal. Then the doorknob turned. We backed away. "Dude, what if it's Gary?" Kyle whispered. I grabbed the lamp and held it like a weapon. The door creaked open. A woman stood there, pale, with wide, bloodshot eyes. Her mouth hung open like she was screaming, but no sound came out. She lurched forward. Kyle shoved me aside and bolted out the back window. I tried to follow, but the woman grabbed my wrist. And then, I woke up, in a hospital. A nurse leaned over me. "You're lucky to be alive." I was confused. What happened? Her face darkened. "Your friend? He didn't make it." My stomach twisted. "Kyle's dead." She hesitated. I froze. "He was with me." He booked the room." The nurse frowned. "Sir, you were found alone. There was no room 6, there was no Kyle." I shook my head violently. I remembered him. I remembered us. Then she handed me my phone. I scrolled through my photos, desperate to prove her wrong. Picture after picture, just me. At parties, at school, on road trips. Kyle wasn't in any of them. I felt sick. And then on the last photo, my blood ran cold. It was me and Gary, smiling at the motel, like we'd been friends for years. Then said, "No, Kyle never existed."